Hey there friends, Sarah here from the Archer and Olive Ambassador team, and She Designs KC over on Instagram. I'm so excited about the topic for today's video because this is something that many of you in the Archer and Olive community have been asking for inspiration on, and that is ways to decorate the inside cover of your notebook. So if you'd like some fresh and fun and unique ideas for decorating the inside cover of your notebook, something with a little more personality than just writing your name on the "This Book Belongs To" line, you've come to the right place. Today I'll be sharing 5 different looks and techniques for inside cover decoration. So let's get started. I'm going to start out with the smallest journal I'll be decorating today, and that is my A6 from Archer and Olive, which is about 3.5 by 5.5 inches. This first decoration is going to be a washi tape pattern. I gathered a few supplies here that I thought I might need, but I actually only used washi tape, an X-Acto knife, and scissors. So before I started this page, I did some browsing on Pinterest because I had decided I wanted to do a plaid look. So I found a pattern of plaid that I liked and had that nearby so I could recreate the look with washi tape. And by the way, this is actually not plaid, it's argyle, so if you were thinking it, you're right. I actually had to look that up because I got curious as to what the difference is between the two. And in case you're curious too, argyle is a diamond-shaped pattern and plaid is square-shaped with more right angles. So there you go. Once I got all my tape down, I did go back and peel away from one of the corners so I could kind of weave my tape so that certain colors were on top of others to get the look I wanted. When I had everything placed where I wanted, I cut away the excess tape from the edges of my notebook. And lastly, I used a calligraph pen in a coordinating color to add my name on the opposite page. The best part about this technique is that it is not permanent, so if you make a mistake, just peel it off and start again. We love a project that is undoable, right? Yay for no stress. My next idea for inside cover decoration is kind of a scrapbook look. I had some little bits from the June Archer and Olive subscription box that I love but didn't have a good home for yet and thought this would be the perfect spot. I love having these encouraging sentiments right in the front of my notebook. I used some scrapbook paper in a coordinating color, cut that down to size for the inside cover, used some glue tape to adhere that, and then layered on my postcard and patch over top. So simple, but I really love the look. Next up, we're going to do a little embroidery work. Now, if you've never done embroidery or needlepoint before, do not be intimidated. This is just a very basic stitch, up one hole and down the next, so you can do this. I've always loved embroidery, and this is a really unique way to add some personality in your notebook. I'm going to be embroidering my name, but you could also choose to do the year, your word of the year, basically whatever you want. So to start out, I wrote my word in pencil and then placed a self-healing mat under the page to protect the pages underneath. I grabbed my needlepoint awl and started poking holes. I like to space my holes about 1/2 centimeter apart and try to keep that spacing consistent throughout. The exception being any area with a tighter curve. I will place my holes a bit closer together on those tight curves so that in the end the thread will look nice and smooth. Then I'll go ahead and thread my needle with some DMC floss, and starting on the back of the page, I'll push my needle up through the first hole and pull my thread up, but not all the way through the hole. I'll go down the next hole and then put my needle through the loop in the thread left from the previous stitch to secure my thread. And that's it, just keep stitching up one hole and down the next. I will say you want to use a pretty light hand as you're working on this technique. If you give a really big yank, the end result could be ripping your paper, which we do not want. But I have stitched on paper hundreds of times and I've never ripped it like that. So as long as you're using a pretty light hand, you should be just fine. And the end result, I think, is just such a classy look. You will be able to see the back of your work on the page, the back of that page. So if that bothers you, you could glue that to the page underneath or just put some paper over top. But yeah, such a cool look. Okay, this one is for all you doodlers out there. Whatever you like to doodle, just fill the whole inside cover with it. So whatever your go-to doodle is, whether it be shapes, cats, mandalas, which how cool would that look? Whatever it is, just fill the page. For me, it is flowers. I love to doodle flowers and leaves, so that's what I'm going to fill my inside cover with. I always like to do pencil sketches first, so I'll start out in pencil and draw my largest elements first. I'll do some happy daisies. And once my largest elements are done, I start to fill in the empty space with smaller elements, which will be my leaves. I'm going to color all this in with my calligraph pens and then add some polka dots and my name. Doodling what you like to draw is going to make this cover really personal and special. I'm really happy with the final product here because it just looks like me, and it's always nice when your notebook looks like you. Okay friends, we have made it to the last inside cover decoration, which is adding a color sheet. So this one is ideal if you're not hugely artistically inclined, although honestly coloring is artistic too in my opinion. This basically just means you don't have to draw something yourself. You can find something you like and have a chill coloring moment, which I love. The coloring page I'm using here is one I drew and is available to you if you're interested. So this is a free printable you can get on my blog post on this topic. So I hope you'll grab one of those. I colored mine in with my calligraph pens, cut it down to the appropriate size for my inside cover, and used glue tape to adhere it. I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you found some inspiration for decorating your notebooks inside covers. I'd love to hear which look is your favorite, so please let me know. Come find me on Instagram at SheDesignsKC and let's chat. Be sure to subscribe here to the Archer and Olive YouTube channel for more content on creativity and productivity. Talk to y'all soon.